It's Dr. Games, and I wanted to talk to you today about how to use Gregorio in Windows 10. I've used it before in Windows 7 and even in XP, but I've had a dickens of a time, to use my generation's expression, and how to get it to work in Windows 10. All kinds of errors. So there's a couple programs out there that let you run Gregorio. It's a tech-based TEX. In particular, it's actually a Lua LaTeX program. And there's two major programs that have Gregorio embedded in them. One is Tech Lite that runs in Windows, and the other one is MikTeX. And Tech Lite is kind of the go-to program for most people when they talk about doing LaTeX kinds of things in Windows. And I tried and just had all kinds of errors. I went online and I ended up going to MikTeX, and within 5 iterations of doing modifications to it, etc., I was able to get it to run. So let me show you the couple things that I had to do to get MikTeX to run, and then I will show you how to actually run Gregorio. So the first thing is, from this console, and I'm in the administrator account right now, I'm just going to stay in the MikTeX user mode. By the way, you don't have to be an administrator to run MikTeX or MikTeX. What you do have to do though here is, under your settings, go to directories, and you have to add your desktop and your documents. You have to ask your desktop and your documents. I have my files in the desktop. If I just had the files I'm using in my documents, that's the only directory I added. But I find adding both is the safest thing, and you just do that by putting the plus, and then you just select those directories, and you can see the path here under Windows 10. Users, the name, whatever username you are, and then desktop, users, whatever username you have, and documents. And then once I do that, there are 3 files that I needed. This main Gregorian Lua LaTeX, which is, it has a different name, but it's essentially the main one on the gregorio.org download site. And then Fastus S and Populea Scion, which are 2 GABC files, also found on that site. You need all 3 of these to run. And then you'll go to TeXworks, which is packaged with MikTeX, and essentially a self-contained program for editing and running those kinds of programs, or to run TeX out of. You can also do TeX as a command line thing. I think that's probably harder. So here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and open up we'll go ahead, desktop, main, Gregorio, that's what I have it listed as. And here it is, a very short program. Essentially just tells it that it's a basic type of program. These are all the packages it brings in. In particular, it's going to bring in Gregorio TeX. Now, one of the things I found in the package manager is, originally it loaded something called Gregorio, but it didn't load Gregorio TeX. So that's another point, is I will show you that. When you go to the console, it will open back up here again. We'll stay with user mode, and if you go to packages, it'll take just a moment to open up because there's literally hundreds of packages it's going through right now. There we go. You're going to scroll down until you get to where's it at? Gregorio TeX, because it didn't, even though it was supposed to have loaded it automatically, it did not do it. So just go down until you get to it, and then you right click, and then you do install package, and that's that. So you will also find that when you run these programs, that if the package is not installed already, it will ask if you want to install it when first time you run it. Now this is also wrong. This is not a PF LaTeX make index, etc. This is a Lua LaTeX document. See it right there? It says Lua LaTeX. It's commented in. And then when I run this now with those modifications made, notice the console starts up and it's going to talk to us if there's any errors or anything. It's going and it's finding all the packages that are referenced. Alright, it's going through doing its thing, loading styles and all that stuff. And again, anything that wasn't in that you needed when you started, it goes ahead and creates all the, or it either installs or creates. Now I'm gonna show you at the end after I show you the PDF that has this all in it. There we go. So this is, in fact, and I'll do it so you can. I'll do it page width so you can see it. And this shows you what it looks like. Most of this, by the by, is directly out of the GABC file, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. There's two versions. It shows kind of the basic version, and then it shows this version that has a different, slightly different notation on top. So this, one of these files looks like this. So this is the top file we were looking at there. Notice, by the way, that we're still in the viewer. We're actually in the TechWork viewer. This is on my desktop now. We could open this up in PDF, Adobe, if we wanted to. But this is that first one. It's that first file, and this is from this. Here we go. It's the summary. This is also available. There we go. This is also available from the. This is also available from Gregorio.org. So if we wanted to do a little bit of crosswalking, so looking at, let's go back to this first one. So notice we've got intro piece, the large P as the capital going in, the domine into the song piece, and then we got a clef, and then these are the gnomes. So if we look at the summary, you see that first clef is a C3, and then I'm gonna write it down, C3, and that's very good. And you can see the way this works. It's got the O, and the O has is sung in two parts, like a O, and then the plus is the same two notes. And if we go here, we see that they're both H's in this particular notation. Obviously something to get a little used to, but there we go. We got the C3, and then these are the two H notes. So that's about it. I just wanted to explain to you how to use Gregorio in Windows 10. It had been a vexing problem for me. Relatively easy. Key thing is to select the right package, which in this particular case was MikTeX, and then make those modifications, adding your desktop and your documents to the paths so that it was able to write into them. Thank you very much, and I appreciate watching, and consider subscribing. Have a great day. Bye-bye.